Ladies and gentlemen, from all around the world, I think we have been waiting for this fight more than any other fight that has been covered on this channel. I know I have. Tyron Woodley against Gilbert Burns in Las Vegas, Nevada, in UFC's Apex Facility. Wow, this was such a good matchup. I don't even know who decided to put these two together, 2 and 2, whatever. This was such a good matchup. Let's start with Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, we all know who he is, okay? Because listen, someone of this physical stature, he can't not remain imprinted in your brain whenever you're thinking of transforming your body. You're like, dude, I want this guy's body. But at the same time, you're like, okay, what does he eat? What does he work out? And then you're like, okay, I'm fine with this one, honestly. Like, I'm fine with like a grandma leg looking torso. Okay, Tyron Woodley, let's jump to the past a little bit. What was his most famous fight? Okay, and this was against Robbie Lawler in 2016. Man, T. Woodley trashed Robbie Lawler. And dude, guys, Robbie Lawler, like 5th round Robbie Lawler, this dude, God, man, he's not scared of anything. If the devil like were to show up here, Robbie Lawler would be like, come on, get your padding, go back there, let's go, let's fight. Go, get in there. And so then after that win against Robbie Lawler, he was proclaimed champion and he defended his title 4 times. 4 times. And this is an insane record to have. However, in his most recent fight, as we know, unfortunately, he was out-wrestled by Kamaru Usman. Unbelievable performance, unbelievable fighter representing Nigeria. This guy, guys, Kamaru Usman is on a different level. So this loss happened in March 3rd, 2019, and since then, Woodley has not been in the cage. So he's been inactive for roughly a year. So does this raise some questions? Like, does he miss, is he going to be different than the last time we saw him? I mean, listen, the first thing that comes to mind now as we speak is Conor McGregor did the same thing. But dude, when he came back in that ring, he shattered the nose of Donald Cowboy Cerrone. By the way, is this Cerrone or Cerrone? I don't know, whatever. So literally, the whole, the fact that you're out for a year, you're out for 2 years, it's all up in here, baby. Like, if Woodley is able to maintain focus and just do what he's always been doing, it's his fight. It's his fight. He's got the experience. He's got the physique. Now we want to talk about why. Like, why does Woodley need this win? If Woodley doesn't win this fight against Gilbert Burns, he's going to slide down the rankings, man. We just talked about McGregor, but, that's pretty much what's going to happen to McGregor. He came back to fight Khabib, lost. He just slipped down, and that's the sound effect of someone sliding down a rankings list. Basically, Woodley needs to win. If he wants to maintain that number 1 spot, which he's at, obviously champion is Usman, and he has that number 1 spot, dude, he's going to have to keep fighting, man. He's going to have to fight, bro. What about Gilbert Burns? Where is he right now? He's currently ranked 6th. He's such a prominent fighter, dude. I watched this fight against Damian Maia. At the time, I didn't really know who Gilbert Burns was. I just know he was very, there was a lot of hype around him. Yo, Gilbert Burns, you'll bust your ass, man. But I was like, yeah, but dude, Damian Maia, he's got that experience. He'll put you, he'll grapple you, whatever. Dude, Gilbert Burns gives him a left hook, and you literally see Damian Maia, count the constellations in the sky. He was like, yeah, 1, 2, juke, okay. And then he just falls to the ground. And I was like, okay. I was like, this guy is one to watch. Just like Darren Till and his come up when he was just rocking bodies. Gilbert Burns is a machine. He's a 33-year-old Brazilian man. Made his UFC debut in 2014. Since his loss in July 2018 against Dan Hooker, he's been on a 5-win hot streak. So who's going to win? Who's going to win? That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here to discuss. Gilbert Burns is a machine. This, no questions asked, all right? He's a hard fighter. 6 of his 18 wins have come from a TKO or knockout. 8 of his wins have come from a submission. So if he has to break your face, he'll do it. But if he has to put you in a hold, he'll do that as well because of that jiu-jitsu background. And at the same time, of his 3 losses, he's only been knocked out once. So that also goes to show that he's got an iron chin. Okay, so then how many times has Woodley been knocked out via knockout or TKO? Once. So there's an extremely large balance here when it comes to the losses between these two fighters. Which makes it so difficult to understand which one's going to win. So Woodley specifically, he's won 7 of 19 from TKO or knockout, 5 from submission, 7 from unanimous decision. So again, Woodley, as we know, as a fighter, as the amazing fighter he is, very well-rounded fighter. Look, he'll last the rounds, man. He'll knock you out. He'll put you in a hold. He'll do anything. But at the same time, like, something tells me that if there's any way that Burns is going to win this fight, it's going to have to be by catching Woodley off guard. Either with a large, like, jab, kind of like the one that Damian Maia wasn't able to see coming. Like, Gilbert Burns ducked and then flew a left, and then Damian Maia didn't see it coming, and dude, it connected so perfectly to the face of Damian Maia. So after a punch like that, Woodley won't go down, but he'll be stunned enough to the point where Gilbert Burns can begin to sort of leverage this energy into potentially putting him in a hold. But again, like, Woodley is simply, again, different gravy, mate. Like, in comparison to Damian Maia, like, Tyron Woodley is just a different beast. Like, honestly, a different beast. Like, if this guy wants to grab you and, like, sit you in a chair or throw you anywhere, like, dude, he doesn't have to ask you twice. And so I'm going to have to go for Woodley here. And he's actually the favorite. Again, with the odds, don't take these to heart. Like, when I did the research, there were a certain number. They changed by the day. Also depends on whatever sources you get them from. But again, the sources I got them from a few days ago, Woodley was the favorite, minus 180. Burns was the underdog, obviously, plus 155. And that makes sense because Tyron Woodley, who doesn't know who Tyron Woodley is? Gilbert Burns is sort of sneaking his way into the the strong fighters. So obviously he's going to be the underdog like anyone else would. But again, I think Woodley's going to win because you have to consider the experience. So he's coming from a loss, hasn't fought in over a year. But dude, this guy, like, he's got the experience. Like, come on. Like, he beat Wonderboy Thompson. He beat Robbie Lawler. Like, there's so many more that I can name off the top of my head that are just, like, flying through my head right now. And it's just, he has the learning. He has the experience. Like, we're talking about Tyron Woodley here, dude. But again, like, if there's any chance of Woodley losing again, it's going to have to be against Gilbert Burns because he hasn't fought in over a year, and Gilbert Burns has been on a hot streak. It's literally like the opposite. They keep saying, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Dude, Gilbert Burns has been putting in the work, baby. Like, he's been going. Woodley, like, due to psychological damage probably, because, dude, losing your title belt to Kamaru Usman, God, man, that must have hurt so much after having defended it 4 times. Like, he's definitely been going, like, I don't think he would have needed a year to come back from that fight. Like, I don't think he was that severely injured, but I think it was more of a psychological pain that he went through that, caused him to just back away from the octagon. And so, again, I really hope he's able to dig into that lion he has within him, because if he does that, I think he's going to win. But again, if he, like, enters in and he's still a bit shy, a little timid with his jabs, dude, Gilbert Burns, he won't forgive you. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, Burns will throw you to the ground and make your nose bleed into your mouth. And also at the same time, Gilbert Burns has something to prove, which worries me here, because someone like Ty Woodley could be like, I'm ranked first. Like, I sort of did what I had to do. I was champion. I defeated the title 4 times. Like, what is there to do? I'm just going to catch my bonus, whatever. Gilbert Burns is scratching his way onto the top of the ladder, onto the top of the food chain. He has something to prove. And so, again, like, I don't know. It's just so, it really depends on which angle you look at it from, but I'm going to go with T. Woodley here. Like, listen, he knows what a loss feels like. He knows how bitter it is to lose to another very good fighter. And he's going to use that mentality to fuel him into defeating Gilbert Burns. That's what I think. But again, I'm no fortune teller, so don't go betting your house on T. Woodley because Michael Vangelo told you to, all right? Dude, I'm not kidding when I said don't do it. But again, that's how I think the fight is going to go. It'd be super cool, in my opinion, to see Woodley just completely trash Gilbert Burns, sort of like McGregor did to Cerrone. That'd be amazing, dude. That'd be amazing to watch. Just all that anxiety, all that angst, all that anger, all that frustration just cut off his back, just let go, just removing a sandbag full of all those negative, tormenting emotions. It must be the most amazing feeling in the world, and I wish nothing but that to a man like Tyron Woodley. So that's how I think the fight is going to go. I want to know what you guys think, okay? Like, is Gilbert Burns, like, could Gilbert Burns potentially scratch a win here? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to know what your opinion is. At the same time, subscribe to the channel for more videos for these fight predictions. I've made other ones on the card from the likes of Roosevelt Roberts, Brock Weaver, Blagoy Ivanov, Augusto Sakai, and they all go on and on and on. So if you're interested in watching those predictions, click, tour my channel a little bit and you'll see them for sure. And yeah, if you like the content, subscribe, and I see you guys in the next one, then I'll see you guys in the next one.